Ever wondered how to turn a basic Revit model into a breathtakingly realistic render that captivates clients and audiences? Well, you're about to find out. This is part 2 of our creative project. In the last episode, we mastered walls and roofs in Revit. Welcome back to ArchViz Ascent. I'm Farzaneh. Today we're taking that model into Unreal Engine to bring it to life with professional lighting, materials, and cinematic camera views. Get ready to create your first stunning render. In Revit 2023, in the Datasmith tab, when we are in 3D view, we click on Export to Datasmith file to be able to get output for Unreal. To get a Datasmith export in version 2024 and later, we click on the View tab, then on Twinmotion and select Export to Datasmith file. Of course, FBX extension is also read by Unreal, but Datasmith is better because the pivot of objects is on itself, but in FBX, all objects have their pivot in the center. When you install Unreal, this tab will be added to Revit 2023. If you want more information about importing FBX files, you can watch the 3rd video of the Unreal Engine Masterclass series. I'll put the link for it in the description. I open Unreal Engine and select Architecture, name it and determine the save location. From here, I click on Datasmith and import file. With right click, I create a new folder for it. I set the resolution from 256 to 1024. You can increase it if you like. If we hold the right click, we can move with arrow keys. To adjust the speed of movement, we can adjust the speed of movement from the camera icon. We had a wall in this part, but because it was hidden, it was not converted to Datasmith file. No problem, we make one here ourselves. In the modeling section, I select a box. We can change its length and width from settings. And finally accept. And again, return to the selecting section. I rotate it a bit and place it in the right place with Move tool. With Scale tool, I adjust the size of the wall. I select and delete Revit's default floor. Later, if needed, I will draw one. For material, we need white cement, stone, and wood. For the white cement material, I'm currently using an image. Later on, I'll find a good material for it. For how to create and find ready-made materials, check out episode 4 of the Unreal Engine Masterclass series. I'll put the link for you in the description and on the end screen. I'll also create a material instance so I can control the texture size. But since I don't have all the maps, I'll use a ready-made material later on. I have downloaded a wooden material. I select the material and throw it on the door. The texture of the material has become very small. I have 2 ways to adjust it. Either I change the material itself or adjust the UV from the modeling section. I click on the project. I set the projection type to box and finally change the texture dimensions to my desired size from the size section. And I click accept. I drag and drop the material onto the recessed wall and adjust it with Project UV. I will teach you the second way later. I set the projection type to box mode and adjust its dimensions. If you need more detailed explanations about setting UV, let me know in the comments so that I can make a separate video for it. For now, just do whatever I do, until your work result looks like the origin picture. I repeat the same thing for the floor. After setting UV, I enter selection mode. I also import white cement material into Unreal file. Watch the video about Unreal material if you need more information. I put the link in the description below. Drag and drop it on the wall. For lattice windows, I also considered a metal material. I intend to lighten the color of the material a bit, so I changed the value to make it as white as my heart desires. Now I assign this material to all window meshes. I select Sun Sky and then delete it so that we can do lighting together. From the light section, I bring Sun Sky into the scene. That easy. This is its symbol too. Now from detail, I can adjust light radiation settings. I've downloaded these trees before and I'm using the Epic Games launcher to transfer them to the project. However, now you should use Fab to access these trees. So, if you haven't watched the third video of the tutorial series, which is about accessing free assets, I'll put the link for it in the description. Be sure to check out the section about downloading free trees. 330 high-quality Megascans trees. I want cement grains on wall to be somewhat obvious. I select wall and from Detail tab, click on this magnifying glass and material section to show me its material in Content Browser. Double click on material icon to open it and change normal to make surface protrusions more obvious. Look now, I have a completely rough surface. From this 3-line section, I create a cine camera actor. I also click on Add Bevel Sequence from this section. I drag the camera I made and drop it in this section. When the camera is in select mode, I adjust its position. From the Detail tab, I adjust the sensor settings. I can manually change the dimensions of the image from here, or I can use Unreal's defaults. I adjust my desired angle well. I click on the camera to deselect it, and I click on this arrow to switch from camera to perspective. I enter landscape mode and click on create and manage to create a landscape for me. I return to selection mode. I'll use trees and bushes to fill the background. I'll also use Quixel Bridge for the bush, but now you should use Fab. I've explained how to get free access to a large number of these bushes in the third video, titled O3 Unreal Engine, the Ultimate Asset Guide ArchViz Masterclass O3. I'll put the link for you in the description, on the end screen, and also in a card at the top so you can easily find it. I enter a level sequence. Select the camera to enter camera view. When I find the appropriate angle, I create a keyframe for transform from this section. Now, no matter how much I rotate the camera, this angle remains fixed for me. Just select the camera. If we want to create more realistic images, we must pay attention to this point that surfaces should not be completely clean. That's why I add a bit of pollution and dirt. For the pebbles and to create dirt on the floor, I used Quixel Bridge. And you can find a tutorial on how to download them through Fab in the third video of the Unreal tutorial series. These dried leaves also make it smaller with scale. To copy, I'll hold the Alt key on the keyboard, hover the mouse over an arrow until it turns yellow, and then move the mouse. I play with sun-sky settings to create my desired shadow and light. I press G key from keyboard to show me post-process box. Now from settings, I can change exposure, or I can select camera and change exposure in camera. Set it to manual mode and adjust scene light level. After setting the angle, click on this key in the transform section. I'd like to add some climbing plants here. Since I was in the camera view and moved around the space, the camera settings got messed up. But that's okay, all I need to do is re-enter the sequence. Because I had previously created a keyframe for the camera's transform, that is, after setting the camera, I clicked on the key next to the transform. It will return to the same angle. If you don't know how to work with the camera professionally, don't worry. I'll record a dedicated tutorial and put the link for it in the description. I hit Dock and Layout to fix Content Browser. Now I pull the gravel that I previously imported into Unreal into the scene. You should use Fab. A tutorial on how to access it is in episode 3 and 4 of the Unreal Engine Masterclass series. Now it's the turn of the floor material, the one with the green bars material. I drag and drop it on the floor surface. Press G key from keyboard to hide grids on floor. I enter modeling mode, click on project, projection type is on box. If I click on this arrow, it will return to Unreal's default size. I return to selection mode. I intend to make these pebbles a bit smaller. I'm now importing another set of bushes from Quixel Bridge into Unreal. You should do this through Fab. You can see the link to the third video of the Unreal Engine Masterclass series as a card at the top of the page. And I'll also put the link in the description. To make the floor dirty, I use dust. In order to be able to select spots and details, I press G key from keyboard to show their symbol and I can select them. You can also download dust and dirt from Fab. In my opinion, this place has become a bit crowded, so I select plants and press delete from keyboard. I'll teach you lighting completely later. Here I'll just add a point light to make the interior space a bit brighter. We need to place this light on the movable setting for it to work correctly. Right now, there's a lot of light outside, so point light isn't very specific. I intend to change the location of trees for having shadow on floor. I also downloaded these saplings from Quixel Bridge. I'll come to the sequence to see the background image, so I can check these bushes and trees. I'll go to Settings and enter Plugins. In the search section, I'll type Movie Render Queue and check both boxes. It may ask you to restart Unreal. Restart it once and then continue. Click on this icon and then do everything that I do. I'll delete the JPG with the keyboard's delete key. I'll click on Settings and select Anti-Aliasing. If you want higher quality images, set the samples to 64. If not, 32 is fine. I'll check this box and put this 1 on the third option. Now I'll select PNG for the image file extensions so they have higher quality. Lastly, I'll select high resolution. I'll check this box and go into the output section. I'll activate the checkbox so I can set the frame rate. I'll select the number 30. From up here, we can change the save location and name. From here, we can also change the video size. From here, I can see the save location, but to change it, I have to go to the output section. I intend to keep the camera fixed and move the sun so the shadows of the trees move across the building. So I'll search for sun in the outliner window, then click on it and drag it here. I'll click on this icon. Now I'll move the time forward, for example, 5 seconds later, which means 150 frames ahead since our frame rate is 30. Now I'll change solar time and click on this icon. Don't worry about the other keyframes. They have no effect on our work. Right now, I'm only changing the solar time. By pressing the spacebar on the keyboard or clicking on play, we can see a preview of our work. After saving, I'll click on this icon. From here, I can check the settings and click on render. This method is for taking high-quality renders. I'll open Photoshop and click on Open. I'll select a photo and check the image sequence box. From the Window tab, I'll click on Timeline. After that, from the File tab, I'll click on Export, and then Render Video. Here I can write a name for it and choose the save location for the video from here. I won't touch the other settings. Now all the photos have been converted into a single video. Congratulations! You've successfully rendered your very first creative project in Unreal Engine. You've now completed the entire workflow from initial design in Revit to a professional photorealistic render. In the next tutorial, we'll continue our journey with a brand new project. We'll be focusing on a key architectural element, curtain walls. You'll learn how to model a building with these stunning glass facades in Revit, and then we'll take it to Unreal Engine for a final render. If this tutorial was helpful, please give this video a like and subscribe to the ArchViz Ascent channel. Your support helps me create more valuable content for you. Feel free to ask any questions in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.